Welcome to Buffering Ping, the fast lane of the Buffering podcast, where we are breaking down big ideas and focusing on one sharp topic. And today I'm joined by Christina Carretta to talk about defying commoditization in broadband with a wicked future. And Christina, welcome to the Buffering podcast. You are a senior success manager on the team. This might be your first appearance on the podcast.
It is. Thanks for having me. My very first feature.
Well, it was so nice to present with you at Connections here, but with Wicked coming out today, I had to do an episode focused on Wicked. And Gabe, he skedaddled off stage quickly when I mentioned that. So welcome to Buffering. And like I said, with Wicked for Good coming out today, we had an opportunity to talk about it a little bit. And if you haven't yet seen Wicked on Broadway or seen the film adaptation yet, there might be some spoilers in this episode. So you might have to stop here and come back later if you don't want anything spoiled. But I want to talk about Wicked and how it kind of relates to this BXP transformation. So to kick things off, Christina, can you walk us through at a high level the story of Wicked a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So the full story, Wicked opens up with a citywide celebration. Everyone's so excited, saying, "Good news, she's dead." I won't sing that for you because you don't want to hear it. As the citizens of Oz rejoice because the Wicked Witch of the West is gone. So the public narrative is through distortion, as the Wicked with Alphaba, who not so much a villain, but was a complex individual branded as such by a sophisticated propaganda campaign. So the story's central theme is a gap between public perception and a more complicated reality, which identifies often shaped by reality and from the stories we're told. So in the land of Oz, you've got the wonderful wizard who's a figure of immense powerful ruling through smokes and mirrors, and it's an illusion that is later exposed.
And Christina, you know this more than anyone, but I just love the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain gift. It's one of my favorite gifts to send on teams. But with this background of Oz, how does this relate to broadband? And in the broadband industry, what we see is this witch who is maybe not so much a person, but a business model, that legacy utility-based reactive service provider. And this model has defined telecom for decades. Its time is
Mm.
ending. And subscribers are frustrated by this approach. You're not going to mourn its passing. And with BSPs, they have this moment of profound strategic choice. You can take this first path with Glinda, the path of the status quo, or you can take this second path with Alphaba, this path of defiance, and what I'm going to call the path of the BXP. So to talk through these paths a little bit, what's Glinda's path look like?
So Glinda chooses to uphold the existing corrupt power of us and really securing her position as Glinda the Good. So giving the public what they expect. This path is, commoditized in broadband. So it's more of the easy path where providers complete on familiar metrics of speed and price. Maybe they'll even throw technology in there. So this is a legacy mindset, right? It's been like this since the conception or the start of our industry as a whole, which kind of leads towards what the race of the bottom could be, right? Shrinking margins and then a decline of ARPU. And then you did mention already customers being a little frustrated.
Exactly. Now let's talk about Alphabet's path a little bit. And like I said there, this is the path of defiance. And it's not an easy path. It requires more work. It's harder. It's defying the old established rules of the industry and transforming the entire business to compete on what we call the experience. So this BXP transformation, it involves this fundamental rejection of the industry's wizard, which I mentioned earlier, right? The false promises. We have to go out, we have to choose this new path. And what this path looks like is number one, we have a reframed mission, right? We're shifting
Mhm.
beyond connectivity and internet access into these lifestyle enablement and connected experience. We have these refined offers now that go beyond speed and price. And we have what we call the value-based offers that are tailored to individual lifestyles. And then, of course, with this, the overall journey is redefined with cross department accountability across your organization, redefined proactive service. We're no longer being reactive, and we're also introducing some new KPIs like NPS, for example. So, with these two paths, What is the magic behind the BXP, Christina?
Well, if you think about it, the decision to defy gravity cannot be executed on willpower alone. So Alphaba would have her power, but needs Grimoire, the spell book, to channel and control it. So this kind of leads back to value-based offers and targeting by lifestyle. So really calling out the magic that you provide your subscribers on your daily interactions with them, why they chose you as their Alphaba for their digital experience and how you stand out to really harness your own power provided as their BSP. So the magic could be unified technology platform. I know AI is kind of the hot topic of right now, as well as LLMs to really automate complexity, boost your productivity, and really just freeing you as the provider to be innovative instead of the maintaining status quo.
Going back to my favorite Wizard of Oz gift, the wizard behind the curtain. That's
Icon.
every time I use AI, that's what I feel like. I'm just there at the
Yep.
machine with AI powering in the background. But let's talk about for good. And how many times can we quote Wicked? I don't know if anyone's been tracking that through this podcast, but we've quoted Wicked quite a few times.
Huh?
But the emotional ending of Wicked, for good. This is when Alphabet and Glinda forgive each other and acknowledge the profound impacts they've had on each other. And for the BSP or the BXP, I should say, this is that final moment where you bridge the trust gap and change that relationship with your subscribers, moving from that cold transactional utility to an essential trusted provider, again, focused on their lifestyles. And it's all about building a business where at the end of the day, the provider and the subscriber can say to one another, because I know you, I have been changed for good. And that is the last time I will quote Wicked. Christina, do you have tickets for Wicked for Good?
Not yet. I need to do it on my to-do list. I was hoping to get in for the early screening, but I couldn't make that work.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll have to follow up here soon, but I hope everyone enjoyed your ping today. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow Buffering on your favorite podcast app. And for more insights and maybe some Wicked updates, be sure to connect with Christina and I on LinkedIn. Gabe and I will be back soon with another episode. And Christina, I hope you'll be joining us again in the future.
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you.